Good morning, everybody. Has everyone been out and about to see the papers? Everyone out there? Look at your local service station, corner store. This is the issue 16 of the Light newspaper. If you want to grab yourself a coffee or just come down here, we've got them every Saturday at Blue Water Quay. Okay, I just want to mention something that caught my eye this week. There's other countries watching what's going on, and there's a lot of people wanting the same thing in their countries and also here in Australia, which we the people can do. Donald Trump has just done something that no other president has ever done in history. He just announced the External Revenue Service. He announced this through a Truth Social post saying, "For far too long, we've relied on taxing our great people using the IRS in America, obviously here, our tax system here. Through soft and pathetic, weak trade agreements, the American economy has delivered growth and prosperity to the world while taxing ourselves. It is time for that to change. The income tax that we've been paying has only been happening for around 90 years. And the fact that we've all grown up with it, we assume that this is just the way it goes. This is not the way it goes. So Trump is showing it the world. We don't need to be paying income tax. It can be done through other means." He said, "I am today announcing that I will create the External Revenue Service to collect our tariffs, duties, and all revenue that come from foreign sources, not from the people working themselves and slaving away and having to give over a very large portion of their pay. We'll begin charging those that make money off us with trade, and they will start paying finally their fair share." Quote, "It is time for the whole system to change. This is what has to change, not just in the US, worldwide. We the people can do that here in Australia. It's simply non-compliance, us standing up, standing for our truth and our freedoms and our right to keep what you earn. We're not slaves to them. We are free people, and we need to show that that's what we are."
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all. I miss you guys. It feels like it's forever since I've seen you. Yeah. I'm just going to touch on a couple of points that Tien and Lisa have brought up today. So I'll go for the IRS one first off. So the IRS, as we know, is a corporation under the Corporation of America. Now, Australian income tax, 100% of it goes to the IRS. So when that collapses, it'll be really interesting to see what happens to our taxes, right? So what's happening in America is definitely going to have an impact in Australia eventually. Now, Australia always was and will continue to be, until it collapses, the stronghold, basically, of the deep state. Even for as long as we can remember. They actually have a lot of head offices in Australia, and this was always going to be their go-to place once the northern half of the earth basically went into war. So as you can imagine, they're not going to want to let go of this place anytime soon or very easily. So Tien and Lisa, we're 100% correct. We have to continue what we're doing, both with resisting with what's going on, not complying, but also to build that better future for ourselves, which, as you know, we're doing under the recover. Tien touched on the biolabs, which is great that that's being exposed. Now, I did see something come out this week where they are actually developing another virus in Wuhan, which they are planning to release. Now, I don't know whether that will be stopped. Let's just hope it does, because we do not want to go through the same thing that we went through last time. But just so that you're aware that that is a potential that is on the cards. Hopefully we never see that come out. On the rorting from the government, Now, we're just going through, our family's just going through this at the moment with Dad and an aged care package. So we applied for an aged care package last year, and that's been approved. Except you can only access that funding in about 12 to 18 months or when someone dies. Which is, you know, that would be someone in the region that dies. And even then, you may not get that until that, for many months down the track. So this whole system is completely wrought with fraud, with diversion, with unnecessary funding. I know in the news here in NDIS there was someone and their carer took a trip to Brisbane, hired a prostitute, came back to Mackay in flights and accommodation, all under their NDIS package. Now, if that's not fraud, if that is not misuse of funds, if that's not being held accountable, then, well, we know we've got really serious problems. But, you know, it runs much, much deeper than what we are. So keep your eyes out. And if you do find something or hear of something, then get it exposed. Get it out to the public so that people actually start to understand what's going on. Okay, Sunday night. A Journey Back to You starts. So the next series, following on from the True History of the World, starts on Sunday night, 7 o'clock on Zoom. Be reposting that post again on all the channels tomorrow. Please come along and join. You may just get, even if you just get one thing out of it, but it just might be enough to put things into perspective and give you a clear pathway forward. Because we're all battling with stuff at the moment. Things still are coming up and coming to the surface all of the time. And a lot of times we don't know how to deal with it. There's my friend. Oh, makes me laugh every time. There's a lot of information out there and you will all find your own way. And this may not be your way, but it might just set you off on a path on where to actually start to discover what is your way. A lot of people I know are just finding little bits over here and little bits over there and little bits over there and trying to do all of the things that it doesn't really make sense, and you just kind of get into that place where you stall and you just fall back into your old habits, or you just start working from that subconscious level, if you like, where your emotions are in control of you and you're not in control of your emotions. So I urge you all to come along and join. Please share the post. I think I've now finally worked it out on Facebook, how to get the share button working on my posts. So please go in there, have a look, and reshare it to as many people as you can. Working with yourself is the most important journey that we can do right now. It affects you, it affects everyone around you, and it affects right up through to multi-universes. This is where we need to go. This is what we need to do. Everyone needs to take a step in that direction right now. It's really, really important, more so than ever before. Just the last thing that I want to mention is, if you are taking any prescription medication, please read the side effects. Please read what they actually do to you. We have, over the last couple of months, really noticed, and it's one of the things that we all know, but a good reminder is that the pharmaceutical companies are there to kill you. They're not there to help you, right? Sure, there are some good ones, some things that are going to be beneficial for you at the time, so just think about, but just know what you're taking, know what the side effects are, and know what that can do for you. Rhonda's talked about it before. Anybody on fluid tablets, please check them. Please check your potassium, your sodium, and your magnesium levels. It is extremely dangerous. If they try to put you on something else, read those side effects. If they want to give you another drug, make sure that you investigate it properly. If you decide to go ahead with it, watch your body closely. And I say this, it took 1 month for my dad, who was prescribed a different medication, to start to deteriorate again. He's off it now, and but it just goes to show in a very, very short period of time, medication can do a lot of damage to you. The doctors, we know, are all indoctrinated by the universities, who are paid for and funded by the Rockefeller Foundations. We know that the origins of that were to actually direct the pharmaceuticals and the universities into teaching doctors the way that they want to be taught. Doctors to prescribe medications, getting rid of all of the natural ways of healing. So just be very, very aware, read all of the side effects, and just know what you're getting into if you've got prescription medication. A lot more, and that's it from me.